love this game.
IXL is actually a learning app that helps him excel in math, science, language arts, even social studies. But it's so fun, he calls it a game.
I'm crushing it. There you are.
Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted dump in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really disgustingly cute dogs. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means that any reading that you purchase, you buy one and you get it free. If you can't do the free reading tonight, you can always come back later. I'll note that you bought a free reading and come back whenever you're ready for it. Hey, Metal Rain, how are you, dear? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, BRB, alright. What are you doing? What you doing, doggy? What are you doing? Come here, precious. Hey Brian, I've been thinking about you. How have you been? Welcome back. It's good to see you. Is Paul going to join your rock band? Oh, excuse me. Well, that's a super cool question. Let's find out what Spirit needs you to know about that right now. I'm going to do Brian's reading, put some things in the chat, and then I will do a free collective message, Spirit message, see what Spirit needs us to know right now. I appreciate your payment. Thank you so much. That's very kind and generous of you, Brian. A Spirit, I'm calling for Brian's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Is Paul going to join Brian's rock band? Wish I could join your rock band. Spirit says yes'm with the King of Cups. Okay. Let's see what other cards we have here. Spirit, what's the energy behind this King of Cups that Brian needs to know about right now? Yeah, building a foundation of trust and balance and structure. Incoming communication, quick communication. Everybody's going to be like, you know, facing towards the sun the way they need to be going to grow this band and this group. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is so interesting. You got 3 8s here. So you might want to look at the number 888 as an angel number, but you've got 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and 8 of Cups. You also have the Death card and the 3 of Pentacles. So what this is basically saying is everybody is going to be on board. Everybody is going to communicate quickly in regards to the situation, turning towards what serves them regarding music and the passion that they have regarding putting their time into something like this, and creating. This person is going to join the band. The band's going to start creating, start going through a transformation. It's in its embryonic stage, of course, because it's going to be a new band member, but it's going to be really great once it gets off the ground. It might feel a little bit mentally taxing in the 7 of Swords, but as long as you keep staying focused on giving back what you're getting, okay, and staying focused on those people who are giving what you're giving back, what you're giving back, getting back what you feel you deserve and what the group deserves, what the band deserves in the 6 of Pentacles, finding structure, finding balance, moving away from turning your back on this kind of uncomfortable 7 of Swords that might feel a little bit, well, mentally taxing, like I said. But music is music and music is sacred. I'm so glad that you're on board with the movement, and keep me updated about your music. I would love to hear it sometime. If you ever need a songwriter or a female vocalist for anything, let me know. Or backup vocalist for any tracks, let me know. I also harmonize. Well, my drummer lives in Nashville, and I used to go back and forth a lot before COVID, doing our music thing up there. But I'm definitely going to keep doing, I'm going to definitely keep doing that with him, and now we're going to start working remotely. I've been putting some things together for him. So I do work remotely. I have all the equipment, the music studio, everything here at home. So there's no issues with that. I'm a professional. Nice. Oh, wow. Yes, Brian is a male. All right, Molly, thanks so much for coming by, sweetheart. Yeah, I really enjoy the person I play music with. I wish that we lived in the same city, but that's something we've been working on to make happen for a really long time. It's just difficult to find what we're looking for right now. The economy's terrible and has been in the area that we want to move to. And at this point, it's like, I'm not really sure that we are going to be able to make that happen anytime soon. So we want to keep focused on the music still. So remotely is going to be the way we're going to be working things out from here on out. Hey, Wade, thanks so much. I like the lanterns too. I've actually started using them as lighting around the home in the evening. We spend all day under artificial lighting, and we spend all day in the sun. And it gets evening time, and I'm just like worn out from that. I'm just worn out from the TVs, the screens, the lights, the computers, the shit at work, the shit at home, the phone, the iPad, the artificial lighting, and it's like, I'm done with it. If I need a light, I'm going to turn a lantern on or light a candle. You're so welcome, Brian. Keep me updated. Love to hear your music sometime. As you know, my music's on the channel. If you go look under the playlist, you'll find the playlist for Stormy Blue music. They're all there. And I am working on a new series for the channel about my music. Why I decided to become a musician when I was a kid and get into music, and like my history, my background, the musical family I come from. Yes, the readings start at $6. Control-Alt. Okay, cool. I'll check them out, Brian. Let me open your account now, your channel account now. Do you need help with the laundry?
No.
Okay. That way later I can go back and look. Yes, tonight's special is buy one, get one free. So that means if you buy a reading, you get one free. So if you get the $6 reading, you get it also another one for free. You get the 11/11 love reading, you get another one for free. You get the $20 past, present, future, you get another one. You get the same one for free. You get a $30 general reading, you get the same thing for free. Excuse me. Now, if you can't do the free reading after your paid reading, which we can do right now, Brian, if you have any other questions, it is buy one, get one free. I'm just reminding you. So if you have any other questions, we can go ahead and do your free reading now. Or I will just note that you have a free reading and you can come back. Oh, excuse me, anytime. You're the bass player? Okay. Right on, right on. Well, I'm just here in my plaid pants and my kitty top, and I'm going to fall asleep soon. I don't do the collective message. So I'm going to start with the collective message. You let me know if you want to do your free reading. What kind of bass do you play? I have a thing for fretless 6-string bass players. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What spirit messages do you have from the tarot cards this evening? Ooh, you play 5-string Ibanez. Nice. Nice. I bet you play it well. Hey, Alex, welcome back to the Chammy. The only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading. Brought to you by Madame Pamita and the Parlor of Wonders. Y'all check out her channel. There's a lot of great info over there. My friends over at Madame Pamita's channel. A whole bunch of fun stuff. I have my electric guitar. I have 2 electric guitars. One is a Telecaster. One is a Flying V. I have 3 6-string acoustics. And I have 3 because I play them all in different tunings. So some songs I'll play on 1 because the guitar's just set to the same tuning all the time. The other one is all those songs get played on that, you know. So it's like I've got one that's in E standard, one that's in drop D, and one that's like in Nashville tuning. If you don't know what Nashville tuning is, you guys, and you're a musician, go check it out. It's pretty interesting tuning. And then I have my 12-string, which is a Gretsch Falcon. I don't think I would mind getting one more guitar. I also have a Luna acoustic, Epiphone acoustic, Charvel Jackson acoustic. And then I have this thing like where I really want this 1996 red glitter Gretsch. Full-bodied like jazz standard guitar. It was such a beautiful guitar when I first saw it, and it's vintage now. I mean, it's considered vintage now. I mean, it's probably worth $10,000. Okay, I'll go look at them in a minute. Let me do this free collective message here. Some spirit messages from Spirit. I did get this card earlier, hiding in plain sight. So if anybody's lost anything, it's just right there under your nose somewhere. You'd never expect it. Spirit says tra-la-la-la and Kalamazoo. If there's something that's really important to you, swoop in and get it done in this Knight of Swords. Whether it's your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. And get some rest. Spirit says rest. Rest, rest, rest. That's pretty much all that Spirit has to say tonight for the free collective message. Tra-la-la-la and Kalamazoo. Oh, that card's so funny. Alright, I'm going to go check out your videos real quick. Oh, is this the 3 Days Grace song? Is that you playing the guitar? The SG? Well, there's somebody set with a bass, but their back is to the screen. And then there's some guy with really long hair and a Telecaster. That's your dad? Okay. Right on. Well, whoever the singer is on that one reminds me of the lead singer of, I don't know if I'm saying his, what is his name? It's Lane? It's the lead singer from Alice in Chains. But yet that was the 3 Days Grace song. It sounded like the lead singer of Alice in Chains playing, singing 3 Days Grace. Let's see, let's listen to this Wonderwall one. Is that still your current singer? thought about just putting up some like videos of you playing bass? Mike's still your singer? Yeah, Lane's Staley, yeah. Yeah, you should, man. You should. Tell us about your bass. Tell us about your bass playing. You know, make it like an ad as a bass player or something like that. Like, this is what I do. This is what I have to offer. Check out my band. That kind of stuff. And I don't know, maybe you can start getting some more videos of y'all just jamming and sharing them. People like that kind of stuff, really. Even if it's not perfect, you know. That's what I think people like the most about each other is, you know, what's not perfect about you in 2025 is what is perfection. Because everybody's so superficial and fake. People really are trying to get back to some basics, I think, with how crazy everything has gotten. One thing that took me off the stage was the car accident. So I'm hoping here soon that I will be able to get some of the treatment that I need for some of that stuff so that I can get back to the stage. You know, whether it be music or musical theater or Broadway or something like that. Yeah, you saw him with the nude singer, the new singer. I mean, yeah, it always feels weird to me to like, you know that the lead singer either passed away or left the band, and then they get a new one. Like, the Van Halen transition was strange for me. It was really strange, like being a kid and you get introduced to Van Halen and then you're going through all the records and the next thing you know, the lead singer doesn't sound like the lead singer anymore. Same with Journey. I heard Linkin Park has a new singer. It's a female singer now. I just don't know if I can get into the time warp of these bands having different singers. Yeah, that makes sense, Metal Rain. Alice in Chains will never be Alice in Chains without the original lead singer. That would be like continuing with the Doors and hiring Paul McCartney and still calling it the Doors instead of the Beatle on the door or something. But you saw her old band? I liked Linkin Park, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I've got to buy a ticket and go see this band. But had somebody been like, want to go see Linkin Park, here's the ticket, I would have been like, yeah, I'm down. You know, because there were so many other artists I wanted to see that were just as good or better, in my opinion, that I would have put my money down to see before seeing Linkin Park. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good at what they do. I love Linkin Park. It's just that I'd rather see The Cure. I'd rather see, you know, the White Stripes. I'd rather see the band Rooney. I'd rather see a lot of other bands than a fake Journey or a fake Alice in Chains. Let alone a fake Linkin Park. I'll just never understand why that guy killed himself. I also never understand why Chris Cornell committed suicide as well. Was it suicide? Are we allowed to say suicide on YouTube? Unalive yourself? Yeah, what the fuck am I asking him? Are you allowed to say suicide on YouTube? This is a fucking free country. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's freedom of speech still, right? You know, I've always felt that deeply in my heart, Brian. Same with the lead singer of the Cranberries. I have a really hard time believing that some of these famous people just committed suicide. And just because somebody said it, that's the truth. You know, who was an official doctor or something like that. I mean, I feel like that what you're saying, Brian, is definitely very true to the nature of things. I can't imagine a man like, I'm sorry, I can't imagine a man like Chris Cornell committing suicide. Does that seem normal to you? It's as if a demon entered him and shifted his perception of reality, and he just offed himself. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, who would have thought when the Black Hole Sun video came out on MTV for the first time that you were looking at somebody who was that shallow to want to commit suicide? And I never believed that Chris Cornell was a shallow man. And you know, his best friend died of an accidental heroin overdose. His name was Andrew Wood. And he was actually the lead singer of Mother Love Bone, which is today, now Mother Love Bone is known as Pearl Jam. And my alter ego, Chloe Dancer, is based around the Mother Love Bone song, Chloe Dancer. Because when I was a little girl, I got mistaken a lot for being a cute little boy. And it really hurt my feelings because people would make fun of me about it. So the lead singer said once, he's like, well, yeah, how about you use this name instead? So I was like, okay. He's like, and then that way no one will ever confuse you for being a boy again. What about Kurt Cobain? Definitely. I'm sorry. There's no way that you can convince me that these people were shallow enough to do that to themselves. I'll never believe that Kurt Cobain killed himself. I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it that I said that. It's like, how can you run so deep as a human being and do what you do the way they did what they did, and then be so fucking shallow as to do that to your friends and family? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so sorry to hear that. I've had several friends of mine who have had friends who died of fentanyl, but not because they were addicted to it or taking it, but because their weed was, like, laced with it. Isn't that weird? Or came across fentanyl somehow and got into their weed, so they smoked the weed, and fentanyl got in their system somehow, and they overdosed on it and died. Isn't that creepy? But then again, you know, you shouldn't be buying your drugs off the street if you're getting something like weed. I know that people are like, oh, weed's not drugs, but some people still think that weed is drugs, even though it's not. So, even though it's completely federally legal. And I'll have people argue this with me all the time. You know, old grandpa facts about that were invented to promote marijuana prohibition. But that's very sad about the fentanyl. I had a very good friend, lifetime friend, who was very addicted to fentanyl. And she ruined her life, ruined her family's life, murdered my mother, and went to prison. We're not friends anymore. In fact, she's going to suffer till her last breath, unfortunately. But it wasn't just fentanyl. It was her fentanyl addiction and opiate addiction was so deep. It ran so deep, and she hid it so well. I didn't even know she was doing anything like that until I saw her down at Starbucks, and she had 2 75 milligram fentanyl release patches on her chest, and she was chewing on one and having a venti cappuccino and smoking a Marlboro Red 100. I'm like, what are you doing? Your dog and your kid are in the car with the windows up this much, and it's 100 degrees outside. And you're just sitting here having a cigarette and a cappuccino while they're dying in the car? And then I was like, what the fuck is that on your chest, you know? But she would do the fentanyl like that, and she would pop like 90 milligrams of roxycodone. And I was like, where are you getting all these drugs and this money and these items? And so eventually I found out that she's an LPN. So she would put ads out like on Craigslist or online, anywhere she could, as a caregiver for your children or the elderly who are at home that need care. That maybe can't do for themselves. And what she would do is she would get these elderly people who were on drugs like fentanyl, roxycodone, because it was an end-of-life situation, you know, and steal from them and rip them off. And like the final straw was me catching her stealing checks and forging them from somebody that she was taking care of that was dying. And then I was like, that was probably the end of our friendship. And then after that, you know, my mom passed, but it wasn't until like 6 months after my mom passed that everything kind of came to a head, Brian. So yeah, fentanyl, meth, cocaine, those kind of drugs, they'll ruin your life. Just smoke some weed. You'll be fine. Do I recommend acid or shrooms? Not really. But definitely smoke some weed, vape some weed, eat some weed, drink some weed. I don't feel like I also don't feel like it's a gateway drug. I've never felt like marijuana was a gateway drug. It is really sad. I think that instead of shutting our government down in America and giving $40 billion to Argentina is bullshit, and they need to be spending $40 billion to deal with this fucked up economy and this fucked up situation we're in, trying to make us think as Americans that it's anything other than Americans with the whole fentanyl thing. I mean, it really is the blind leading the blind. I'm sorry, I see the people, and it's just not it's just not, this whole fentanyl thing is not, I'm sorry, it's not just people from other countries or it coming in from other countries. It's Americans too. Americans who are stealing it. Americans who are trafficking it. Americans who are getting it from pharmacies, you know, and selling it and using it to their advantage to make money. You know, whether it's a family member that's getting it, or a friend that's getting it, or someone they work for that's getting it. If she was doing it, there's about, 10 million other people probably doing it too. And I'll never understand why people want to live their life like that. I'll never understand why people want to do that kind of stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. So pretty. Okay, sweetheart, it's good to see you. And be good to yourself with your thoughts. And I'll see you again soon. Remember, you have a free reading, so come by anytime when you have another question. And remember, you can ask up to 3 questions, any reading that you buy. Hey Ari, welcome back to the Chammy. Am I going to take a break between lives, Molly? Yes. I'm going to take a break between lives, darling. Yes. I just have to stretch real quick. Actually, I'm going to take a break right here, right now, and get me a drinky treat. And a puppy. And if I don't take a break, Molly, then I'll just be on till really late. Maybe I should charge the speaker in case we do Spirit Box tonight. Oh gosh, what kind of question did you see, Ari? Maybe you should not tell me it. Oh, that's weird. Only a troll would ask a question like that. Oh, maybe they were trying to find out about my girlfriend or boyfriend. What is it, puppy? What is it, baby girl? Baby girl, what are you crying about? What are you crying about? Little fairy one. Fairy one. Little fairy one. You want to tell him how bad you were today? How you stole Mommy's peanut sauce from the Thai restaurant and ate it all by yourself? Yeah, surprised you're still alive. Trouble, trouble, trouble. That's your little name. Your little middle name, puppy. Gypsy Trouble Dancer. So she knows she's in trouble. And then you tried to steal the ice cream? Tried to steal the ice cream. Yeah. And then you tried to drink my coffee. You know, these are all things that are not good for you. I know, you're probably like, why are they good for you, Mommy, but not me? Yeah. Her name should be Greedy. With a G. She would eat all day if she could. But sadly, that's just how she's programmed, because that's how her parents were bred to listen and do what they do. In fact, her parents look like the Olsen twins. Let me see if I can find a picture of her parents. They look just like the Olsen twins, but Chihuahua. Hey, I am. How are you, dear? Nice to see you again. Hey Danielle, how have you been? Welcome back. Hey Elsie, how have you been? Welcome back. How am I feeling with my fingers? I'm doing great actually. I've been kind of tired though. I had a couple x-rays this week, like for my car accident stuff that I am dealing with, but other than that I'm okay. Anybody else get like incredibly exhausted after you get x-rays or CT scans or MRIs? How have you been? I hope you're feeling good, Elsie. Yes, blast off. Balance. Blast off with balance. Everything's really good, Danielle. Thanks so much for asking. Have you been good? Have you been doing well? Why are you timing out? I am. I am never really says anything that makes any sense, but yet it makes sense. So, just letting you guys know. I think that I.M. was just trying to tell me that they feel balanced, Molly, okay? Because I had asked how they were doing, sweetheart. Okay, what's going on, Danielle? Why are you not okay, sweetheart? So this was baby Gypsy when she was a real little baby. It's too strong. And her name used to be Vienna. But, oh my God. And here's Ruby and one of her babies. So cute. Oh, cool. You wrote out about 2 full pieces today. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Here's Puppy Rooney. That's a little bit too bright, that picture. I'm going to find these pictures of these dogs, though, because they look... If the Olsen twins were Chihuahuas, it's what they would look like, Ari. Would I ever let you guys know if I got in a relationship with somebody? Maybe. How do you know I'm not in one now? Emergency Russian ICBM launch detected. Yeah, fucking block him. We don't want any jokes about Russia in here. I already have a friend who has been taken hostage for several years now. Please don't come in here and talk to me about Russia, or you will be immediately hidden from the channel. Oh my gosh, Veronica, hey sweetheart. How have you been? It's good to see you. Also, share your music or whatever you're working on when you can, Elsie. I think it'll be good. What's going on with your son? It's actually Travis's birthday. I got to send him a card last year, but I don't think it's going to happen. It didn't get to happen this year because his mom already sent him a parcel for the season. So... Of course your son will be okay. Why wouldn't he be? See, here's the thing, Danielle. You coming to ask, will my son be okay? It's like coming to ask, it's like as if it's like coming to me and saying, my son's not going to be okay, Stormy. So, right then and there, it's showing that you're feeling the lack of his safety. And that is definitely something I feel you should definitely work on. It is the season of the witch. It is a very good time for, deep spiritual work, manifesting. Maybe you like to do spell work, or maybe you like to do prayer. Okay? But yes, the more that you embody the idea every day that your son is going to be okay, you'll see he will be. But the more that you worry yourself to death about him being okay, you're going to see more trips up in the glitches in your matrix. So first thing, you got to be good to yourself with your thoughts about your son. Remember that your actions and your reactions to your son, the feelings you have about your son, the feelings you have about your life, the feelings you have about your money, the feelings you have about your love story, the feelings you have about things like this. You got to be good to yourself with your thoughts about them. It doesn't mean you always have to be a positive person. You don't have to heal shit. You don't have to be a positive person. You can be the crappiest person on earth. I'm not saying that about you, Danielle. And you can manifest whatever you want as long as you are being good to yourself with your thoughts about your ideals, the things you want, the way you want life to work out. Are you living from that shit story that you're telling yourself, or are you living from the desires that you have that make you feel good, that make you feel happy, help you stay in that state of mind that you want to be in? Okay? Okay, hold on, let me give you an example. Here's some horses. If I said, here's a fucking zebra, everybody, you'd be like, no, Stormy, those are horses. Okay? So, he's either going to be okay or he's not going to be okay. You get to decide. Not me. Not the cards. Okay? You. You get to decide. And that's the beautiful part of it. Now, what do you need to know about your son being okay? Interesting. No kings but us. Ain't that the truth? So, his father, his father's girlfriend, all the other people that might be involved in your lives, they are not the boss of him, okay, or the boss of you and your reality. And the destiny that you choose to experience, have, endure, and enjoy with him. And don't let anybody change your mind about that, okay? I don't know what's wrong with my dog, but I think she just wants me to get offline and play with her. Veronica, I kind of want to be nosy what he likes about me so far. I know he likes my personality and how I look. You went on a date. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you, sweetheart. Tell me all about it. Tell me more. Tell me more. Did he give you a kiss? He's just acting strange lately. He doesn't really go anywhere at all, and he just seems like a little distant. How old is your son? Let me go get this puppy. Come here. What's wrong?
What's going on in my little one? Little one.
Uh-oh, you got upset tummy? You got upset tummy because you drank my coffee and ate all my peanut sauce from the Thai restaurant? Yeah? Little shit? Here, let me rub your tummy. Poor thing. I love you. Need some probiotics? Let me give you some probiotics in a minute. He's 20. Well, he's 20, sweetheart. You know, he doesn't know who he is right now. I mean, he might think he knows who he is. But, you know, and of course he's feeling a little distant. Look at what's going on around the world at his age. He must be so confused, physically, mentally, and spiritually. But he is really thinking about this No King's Day thing. You know, he probably doesn't even understand what that means in depth, okay? Because at 20, do you think that he's actually sat there and really listened to what the teachers taught him about world history? If he did, he'd be out there with a little bit more ambition to be proactive about the depression I feel like he's having. He's probably having a little bit of depression. And I say that because I think all of us are a little bit bummed out about the things going on in the world. From wars to genocide, okay, to nincompoops who think they're tough because they're masculine, or think they're tough because, I don't know, they have money, or think they're tough because somebody, you know, talks about them on Fox News, or it's CNN, or puts them on Time Magazine. You know how narcissistic people are now. People are so fucking self-absorbed they can't even see past their lashes. So Danielle, you just tell your son what my mom told me. You want to talk about anything, let me know. You know, if you want to do something, let me know, and we'll do it. You know, whether it's hanging out at home having a beer together so he's not out there doing it with someone else, or at home smoking a joint together so he's not out there doing it with someone else. You know, or having his friends over if he needs to have some friends or a girlfriend over so he's not out there somewhere at 20, which they're still babies, I'm sorry, but at 20 I was definitely still a baby. Okay, good. You keep reminding him now. All right, Veronica, awesome. Thank you so much for your payment. I appreciate that. Let me see where I am. But yeah, I think your son will be okay. Have you asked him the question? Excuse me. Have you asked him the question that I asked you? Like, ask him maybe why he, I'm sorry. Have you thought of asking him the question you asked me? He's acting strange. He doesn't really go anywhere at all, and he just seems like a little distant. Like, I mean, that's my roommate right there, and he's a completely grown man with a job. Who needs to get a better job. Do you see what I mean? And they're worlds apart and ages apart. So I don't know if he's playing video games. I don't know if he's just really into something he's doing at home, and maybe, but it could be depression. But yeah, maybe you need to have a little heart-to-heart with him. And just, the Spirit says whatever is going on, it'll be worth waiting for him to come out of his shell. And help inspire him to come out of that shell. It's whatever. Okay. Well, at least he's just relaxing, you know. All right, Veronica, what's your question, sweetheart? I know he's different from type, but he really is a sweetheart. He's a cutie patootie. Oh, I love that. Don Callis family won the main event. Oh my god, babe, absolutely. Pardon my French, by the way. Veronica! Are you there, honey? So you want to know... Thank you. You want to ask, how did he feel the first time? So, I can't play with you right now. You want to come read the tarot cards? Oh my god, she's so cute. If you could only see her with her big ears and her floppy tail going back and forth. What? Come here now. To me. I'm going to get you. Come here. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Mommy can't play right now. Mommy's working. Oh my god. The dog. Because she probably wants a treat, a cookie, or a snuggle, or she just wants to play. She wants to play with my socks. Or a pillow or something. Yeah, play with your mommy. Yeah, beat your mommy up, please. Although she'll probably beat her up instead. Ari, are you still there? Veronica. Hey, Inman, how are you today? Welcome back to the haunted house. So you want to ask what Zach, okay, what he felt. Okay, the dog just is choking, but it sounds like she just quaffed. All right, let's see what he felt and what he was thinking. Ruby, what's wrong, baby? Spirit, I'm calling forth Veronica's most trusted and strongest spirit guides on what she needs to know about this Zach man. Hey, what's going on, baby? Got an upset tummy? Spirit, I'm calling forth Veronica's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about this Zach guy? What does she need to know? So he's got a strong character, strong intellectual, spiritual, kind of highly evolved nature about him that maybe you have not seen before just yet. But let's see how he felt when he first saw you on the date. Well, he definitely liked what he saw. We've got the King of Cups. Yeah, he feels like you're very strong in nature, sensitive, beautiful, kind, funny. Definitely balanced. You have integrity. You are not somebody who is just superficial. But he thought you were very beautiful and loves this high priestess energy about you. Okay? So this is your yes, 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 yes. His energy about the date. He did enjoy the date. This is how he felt excited about, you know, like he liked what he saw in this King of Cups. He thinks that you're someone who's very smart, compassionate, and empathetic. Will I win a Grammy? For both of us, probably not. But nothing's impossible, so 50-50 chance you'll win your football game and I'll win a Grammy. Although, you'll probably win a football game before I win a Grammy, so. I wonder what happened to Veronica. Are you there, sweetheart? So he's come out of some kind of, and you both have actually come out of something quite testing Veronica in the Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords. This person also felt relieved from that kind of energy, that broken-hearted energy, that kind of feeling of feeling stuck, heartbroken, confused, burdened, and really feeling their energy in themselves of who and what they really want to be in this dragon and this King of Wands energy. So Spirit's also saying keep that dragon energy about you and that King of Wands. A lot of kings around you, but that's okay because the High Priestess is going to be the High Priestess, the Star, the Hierophant are going to be the most important cards in this reading so far because they're all three major arcanas. Letting you know that he's got faith that this is going to go somewhere. He often thinks and feels you are even the one, maybe. Spirit says stay on your pedestal about what you want. No blurring the lines. Try not to blur the lines, which I know you're probably doing really good at because you're not sitting around going, is it going to be guy A, 1, or B? You know, I think you're taking your doses of men in probably small doses instead of overwhelming yourself with a whole bunch of them. Like somebody you might know. Ooh, let me turn that off, dear. 1 second. I forgot that I had the call center on. Okay, so what does he notice about you so far physically that sticks out to him? Okay, yeah, we can get into that. Ow. I'm going to have to get Ruby some honey in a minute. Hey, Yang, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back to the Chammy. Spirit, what does Veronica need to know about what the guy on her heart and mind tonight noticed about her physically? Like, what sticks out to him about her physically, Spirit, and what does she need to know about that? Your boobs and your butt and your beautiful hair. And he likes what he sees. It's a beautiful card. It is the, what's your third question, Veronica? This is the Queen of Wands. You know, something about your mouth and the way that you communicate he likes. as well. Yeah, straight fire. Queen of Wands. That's how he feels about your physical makeup of yourself. Thank you so much for the 300 jewels, Yang. If you want to do one of your free readings, we can, dear. Ruby, quit sniffing the floor. Yeah, I'm going to try to dry these. Okay. Hey, welcome back, Veronica. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down.
Alright, I'm jealous. I'm gonna go lay down. Let's do a laying down tarot show where I'm just laying down on the grass doing readings. Hey, Mel Rain, welcome back. Okay, so how does he think his family would think of me if he did introduce me to them? I think his mom would have a heart attack. Let's hope not, because those are kind of scary. Hey, Kevin, how have you been? Welcome back to the Chammy. So I'm in the middle of a paid reading, so I won't be like reading everybody's comments for a little bit because I need to focus in on this question here. Interesting. Spirit, I'm calling forth Veronica's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about, what does he think his family would think of her? Young, beautiful, attractive, caring, smart. Look at the Ten of Wands showing up. Can you clarify the Ten of Wands? Can you clarify the Four of Swords? Okay, so it's interesting that we got a lot of swords here because swords are about your thoughts. Oh, she did leave an FB story update. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Okay, so kind, compassionate, caring, lover's card. Okay. Beautiful, young, attractive. Okay. Smart, quick wit. But they might see They might see a little bit of burdensomeness in you. So if you do meet them, make sure you don't talk about your troubles, your problems, or your past that burdens you, okay? Because they will also probably think, oh, I hope this isn't going to be burdensome, you know, and on the connection or his life, you know, being that he's doing something educationally maybe, or something where he needs to get a lot of rest or something in his life. And the Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, and the King of Swords. Their energy to you might feel a little bit prickly, but it's not going to be, they're not prickly towards you, because remember, they'll think that you're beautiful, kind, funny, attractive, smart. Alright? But of course everybody has their own negative thoughts and worries that they go through anyway. So they will worry about, maybe he has some kind of education he's going through, or some kind of thing he's doing with regards to job. They might worry a little bit that a relationship with anybody might get in the way of that right now in his life. Oh, excuse me. As for his mom, gosh, I just need to go back to bed soon. Sorry about yawning in the middle of your reading. I'm so embarrassed. Spirit, how would his mom feel? I'm just curious. What do Veronica and I need to know about how his mom would feel about meeting her? So this fell down, face down, but we'll look at it in a minute. Oh, okay. So, yeah, well, maybe your mom and his mom are going to get along. Or meet. It is a new beginning. Your mom, his mom, your mom. I think what this is saying is the moms are going to like this. Okay. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and let's see what this card was on the bottom. But you guys are going to have to make a choice. Gonna be together, you're not gonna be together. You're gonna be friends, you're not gonna be friends. You're gonna be, what are you gonna do? In his Two of Swords. Choose wisely, Bourgeois. Find the ones you want to share the rest of your life with, because life is short in that Four of Wands. And, you know, within a year to 4 years, you might even be living with this person. You know, even if it's just a roommate situation and not a love story. It is definitely someone you can trust, and someone who is a sweetheart that I think would make a good friend, companion for you. All the energy there is pretty good. Let's see. Keep me updated, Veronica. So, did April just do a update on her own Facebook? I thought maybe it was in the group, but I don't see it. Oh, in her own FB, okay. So she just had the biopsy today, correct? Oh God, I love that when that happens. Especially my person, like, they're the kind of person that makes you feel like that too. Like they're a sweetheart and they just do things or say things because, you know, it's like it's nothing to them because it's how they really feel, because they're truly authentic and genuine. I think what I like the most about my specific person is that they're not, they are not this self-absorbed, superficial kind of person. They're a rock star, but they're absolutely like not that typical celebrity kind of uppity, nose in the air kind of person. And I think that was the most attractive thing to me about this person is that I didn't know who they were when I met them. I didn't know who they were. I just loved their song. I loved their music. And meeting them was like a dream come true because I met an ideal intellect that felt, you know, that just felt right. Like what you just said, like it's nothing. Like it's like we've known each other forever, you know? Oh, good. She did say it went well, results in 1 to 2 weeks. I wish we only had to wait. Like, I hope it's going to be just 1 week. The sooner, the fucking better. Hey, Loopy, how are you? Welcome to the Chammy. Hey, Humdinger. Hey Molly, when was the last time you farted? Humdinger wants to know. Oh, you're right back. I love you guys. Veronica. Will you get a kiss if that's something you want? Sure, why not? Maybe you should ask her. You can manifest it. Let me see where my percentage is. Okay, I'm good. I'm at 62%. Welcome back, Molly. Nobody here name Janice, Nina. And I'm certainly not old enough to be anybody's aunt, so. And I ain't your Aunt Janice, so I don't know what that's all about again. Molly, what time do you go to the hospital in the morning? Did you say 5:30? She seems to have some videos on her channel, so she seems to be a real person. I'm just not sure what the Aunt Janice thing is. I know she was saying something about her aunt last night, but yeah, we're still doing readings, honey. So if you want to talk about your Aunt Janice, Nina, let us know. But I don't think your Aunt Janice is in chat, sweetheart. Okay, you're waking up at 5:30. Yeah, we're still doing readings, yay. I've been here for about 80 minutes. 80 minutes, so I'm going to just take a 2-minute break. And then if you want to do a reading, we can. I know you got a free reading on the list. Or if you want to buy one, you can. Or tip me or whatever is fine too. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm just going to take a 2-minute break, darling. And I'll be right back. Oops. I'm back. But is my internet still here? Am I here? Hey, Top Flight. Long time no see, buddy. How are you? How's life treating you? You still there, Yang? I'm ready whenever you are, sweetheart. What's up? What's up? I just found this Magic the Gathering cards. I just want to see how much it costs. That's what's up. What are your questions, Yang? Good, not too bad getting ready for bed, scrolling, you know how, yeah. I'm doing good. I just, the dog is doing better. My dog had a seizure a few weeks ago. My dad is doing good. So Frank and Dad's good. I'm good. Everything's great. It's wonderful. How does Owen feel? Okay, yeah, we can do that, sweetheart. Is this the guy we talked about earlier? Hey, Ralph, welcome to the Chammy. Thank you so much, Top Flight. Yeah, Rooney lost a tooth, had a seizure, but we got the tooth removed. He got some care and some antibiotics and some medicine for pain, which also helps with the seizures. But the doctor didn't want to do any blood work right now because he just wanted him to recover fully and then do some blood work to see what's going on. Now he has a cute little derpy tongue that hangs out of his mouth because he doesn't have a tooth there to hold the tongue in. Okay, so you want to know how Owen feels. Now, you want to know how he feels about you or just feels in general about the whole situation? I'm assuming you want to know everything. Just making sure. I'm going to pull out the cards I feel I need to take with this one. Okay, we're going to use, okay, about you. All right, so we're going to use Romance Angels. We'll get some wisdom from the Golden Girls. And we'll pull out the Love Clarification Oracle cards. You barely talk to him now? Okay. I mean, you barely talk to him, but at least you're talking. And even if you're not talking, telepathically speaking, you both will pick up on each other's energy, whether you know it or not. So we have 20 likes. We get another like. We will do the spirit box tonight and talk to the ghosts. If you'd like to get a paid reading to channel a loved one, please let me know. A loved one or a pet that's alive or passed away on the spirit box, we can do that too. Okay, let's see how he's feeling about you, sweetheart. One step at a time, yep. His tongue would stick out too. Aw, what a hell of funny. Yeah, it is so cute. I just love Chihuahuas. If I didn't have a Chihuahua, I'd have a Great Dane. Having a Chihuahua is like having a Great Dane, only it's in a little body. Spirit, I'm calling for Yang's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about how Owen feels about her? Can we get some clarification here, please? What does she need to know about this tonight? Deeper waters. Okay. Okay, Spirit's saying very soon decide what you want so it can come to you. Do you want to be talking to him? Do you not want to be talking to him? Do you want him to be your boyfriend? Do you not want him to be your boyfriend? Do you want him to be your friend? Do you not want him to be your friend? What does Yang want? Because what Yang wants is what the most important thing is. Not what you think he wants. Not what you think what other wants. Because when you start thinking and feeling for others, you start manifesting what you think they want instead of what you want. Involuntarily. By accident. And sometimes I feel like the energy, but don't know if it's true. It is true. It is real. It's very true and very real. Because remember, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. Time would not exist unless man gave it some meaning. Could you imagine us sitting here right now, Yang, with no industry, okay? No corporations, no time, no calendar. None of us are slaves to currency. You would have to give meaning to your day every single day without somebody else telling you it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or October, or midnight. You know what I mean? So, you want him, but he's already yours. But it's difficult for you to accept that because you refuse to see it. But that's not your fault, okay? It's the conditioning that we have from our past love stories, our life stories, the way society programs us, maybe the way our parents, our family programmed us, maybe the way fear programmed us from the relationships that we were in where we couldn't be decisive enough because there was always somebody else in the relationship deciding for us what we should think, what we should feel, what we should do, what's true, what's real, what's not. You want him to be your boyfriend. Just doesn't show me any signs. Okay, what does signs look like to you, to Yang? What do signs of, well, I'm shuffling the cards here. What do signs of someone wanting to be Yang's boyfriend look like to Yang? That he's interested, so what would he have to do to show interest? What would that look like to Yang? Because he is feeling like he's in the same deep waters as you. He's saying to himself, I want her to be my girlfriend. Okay, I just don't know what the signs are. First of all, wild at heart. A desire for freedom leads to running away again. This might be a person who is used to that. They start feeling something. They start having thoughts, and it freaks them out a little bit because they are wild at heart. They don't want to feel like they're being tamed or, you know, manipulated or anything like that, because they probably have been in the past by people, their family members and people they've trusted the most, because they are so wild at heart. You've got restraints test as well. Trapped in instability, resist impulsive urges to find stay your ground. This person may have impulsive urges that they know they have to find common ground, balance. You know, they might have I feel like that card, the resistance test, where it says they feel trapped in instability and resist impulsive urges to find steadier ground. I feel like they might be ADHD. They might have a neurodiversity that also they might feel very private about, that makes them think and feel and act differently. Okay. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are like, I'm interested in Stormy, but she doesn't want to hang out. But all they have to do is just ask. But they don't. You see what I mean? I mean, I'm just giving you an example. I'm not like saying that this is like reality, but I'm giving you an example. Okay. So futures embrace and then deeper water. So this person is stepping out of their comfort zone to explore new depths in their life. They may also want to explore new depths with you. But futures embrace says seize projects, absorb wisdom, and spring into action for your ambitions. This person's very focused on their ambitions, their career, their life, the things that they want to accomplish. They want money, they want comfort, they want freedom, they want happiness, and they want joy. They want true love. This is how they feel about you. They do truly have something in their heart that's special for you. They do not think you're a troll. All right? They may feel in this Seven of Swords like there's something about you that skips out on the idea that you are this beautiful empress. Like, they see you as this beautiful empress, but it might be kind of a feeling like that. They might be feeling like you know, mentally you're sneaking out on your true authentic self, and that might make them a little bit uncomfortable. But see, they do feel something in regards to your emotional stability and your mental wealth. Like, doesn't she see how wonderful she is? Doesn't she see how amazing she is? Doesn't she see how cool she is? Because if she can't see it, you know, how am I going to make her see it? That kind of thing. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure. We can do that on FB. Spirit, can we know more about Owen's feelings for Yang? I feel like I need to look at this card for sure. Yeah, see, Owen has some of his own issues as well. Okay, so he's feeling very passionate about you. Like, there's something about him that's very sexually attracted to you in this Knight of Wands. All right, they are sexually attracted to you. They want to move forward quickly, fast, and hot. All right, but there is still something about you that they're picking up that makes them feel, once again, a little bit insecure about themselves. Because whatever this sad energy is about you that he's picking up on in this Five of Cups, he's like feeling it deeply because he feels it in himself as well. Somebody must have broken his heart, confused him, made him feel like he was not worthy at some point in time. What can you do to make it right? What can she do to make it right, Spirit? What does she need to do? What does she need to do to make it right with Owen? You've been rejected already 3 times? Yeah, I see now you're programmed that that's all you're going to get out of him. See how people condition us with limiting beliefs and circumstances? So what should I do? I've been rejected 3 times already asking to hang out. Okay, there's a lot of cards here. Just give me a minute. Spirit says what you should do is just keep being your beautiful, bright, sunny, happy, cheerful self. enjoy your life. You were sent here to have fun. Don't worry about him, okay? Find that courage in you in this strength card to tame your thoughts and ideas about him and you. You've been rejected 3 times? Wow. What if he didn't reject you? What would that feel like? What would he say? What would you say? Have you asked why he's rejected hanging out? It might not hurt to ask. You might find yourself celebrating something. But what's the idea here? What's the advice here? Spirit's saying, just keep doing you, Yang. All right? Find the courage to say what you need to say. And I say that about the strength card because we do have the palm tree in it, which represents to me a wand. Okay, because wands are made out of trees, made out of woods, and the wand suit is about communication. You know, celebrate yourself. Celebrate the feelings you have for him. Tell him that you want to celebrate those feelings that you have for him. Ask him, what is it that keeps rejecting you to just hang out? He can't be busy all the time. He can't be busy all the time. Spirit saying, you could offer him sex, but at the same time, that's only going to make you feel bad about yourself. Because he does want to have sex with you. And that, I feel also, is one of the reasons that he may be avoiding you. Because, once again, he wants to ride on Sally in that Knight of Wands. But he doesn't want to use you. He doesn't want to make you feel used, and he certainly doesn't want to make you feel like that's the only reason he wants to hang out with you is because he'd like to have sex with you. Spirit says just keep on loving. Keep being your loving and caring self. Love fiercely. Okay? Because love does conquer all. It doesn't matter. Virgins want to have sex too. Virgins want to have somebody fuck their brains out too. Pardon my French. He might be feeling very insecure about that. But Spirit says keep being your loving and caring self. And that Ace of Cups with him. The Six of Cups is letting you know that, and the Two of Cups is letting you know that you can have this with him. He's willing. And the Six of Cups to create nostalgic, happy, harmonious moments with you. And find and share that cup of love with you. But this person, let's see what we need to know about him. That's what we need to ask next. That's what I feel we need to ask next. Because we know what he's feeling about you. We know what advice you need to take now, which is just find your joy. Okay? And keep finding your joy in whatever this is. He said he wanted to wait till he was married. Yeah, who put that in his head? Wants to wait till he's married. Oh my God. Yeah. I want to wait till I'm married too, but I don't want to die a virgin, so. I'm kidding. I want to die a virgin. I'm kidding. I don't want to die again. Spirit, I'm calling forth Yang's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about this man on her heart tonight? This man that's on her heart and mind. What does she need to know about Owen as a person? Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. Yeah, it's not your fault. He knows he has to make a choice. He's always having to make a choice between having fun and his impulses and the shit that he's made to feel guilty about from the past, maybe his past mistakes, and this Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Four of Pentacles. So he's not an indecisive person, that's for sure. But he does have a lot on his plate with the Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Four of Pentacles. He's a very giving, caring, loving, spiritual person. Okay? But because of that, he's incredibly defensive. Always on the defense. Always on the fence. Always ready to make a bitch look stupid. And I don't mean like another woman, a person, a friend, or something like that. But he's somebody who is highly intellectual, who might also spend a lot of his time defending the facts, you know, and being overtly logical to the point where it's like, you know, he has to make a choice between, you know, what's practical and logic and what's absolutely fabulously, ridiculously insane. But yeah, they are, he is very spiritual, loving, caring, but very much on the defense. But through ups and downs, he is pretty mentally stable. He's stable mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually in this Wheel of Fortune. And he's trying to turn his back on something in this Eight of Cups that does not serve him in life. And that might just be the love story that maybe hurt him or doesn't serve him, or because his Cups is about love and emotions. Cups is about your feelings, your empathy, your depth. Excuse me. Yes, I can do that because I have to be up anyways at that time to feed the dogs and do my first shift at work. So yeah, I'll call you in the morning. This is going to be the only live I do tonight because I don't see myself getting off, taking a break, and coming back because it's already 12:30 at night. Now I know this reading, maybe there was some of it, Yang, was stuff that you didn't want to hear, but you have to understand that you are the beautiful creator here in this love story. Hey, Khalib, it's so nice to see you, sweetheart. Metal Rain, what are your questions, dear? Go ahead and put them in the chat. If you're not ready, I'll go ahead and do Khalib's reading. And then, I've been manifesting you, Khalib. I want an update. How are you? But, yeah, get some sleep, Molly. Meryl should be here soon if he's not already, and Metal Rain is here, and I'm here, and I think Ari's somewhere. Yeah, you definitely got this. Now, I hate to keep hearing you say he doesn't want to hang out with me, so I want you to practice something tonight before you go to bed. He wants to hang out with me. And what does that feel like? You guys have had time together face to face, or a little bit at least. So what in your mind can you create within regards to your connection with him? What would he say to you? How would it feel hanging out? What would you do? But I honestly think the cards are telling you today that he's afraid to hang out because he knows how he feels about you sexually, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And he's going through some things in his life where he has to stay focused, and he feels like all that might just fall apart. And that he might not be able to contain himself because he's a horn dog underneath it all. And it's really important to him to stay a virgin until he's married. But I don't think that's going to happen for him. Okay. A man's virginity is... It's like, you know, it's not some kind of mythical beast like a woman's virginity. You know what I mean, Yang? Like, sorry, but it's just not. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's just not that special. I probably sound terrible saying that, but know, I mean, never in history are you going to hear in 1455 Queen whatever married King whoever because he was a virgin and had land to give her and her people. You never hear about a man having dowry land and virginity to give, so I'm sorry. If you're a virgin, stay a virgin. And please, before you have sex with anybody or kiss them, make sure that they have not only a dental checkup, but an STD checkup too. Whether they say they're a virgin or not, or kiss people or not. Because you don't want to get dental disease, cavities, or gingivitis because you kiss somebody who doesn't take care of their mouth. Okay? So make sure someone's mouth is just as clean as their dick or vagina before you go sticking your tongue in it. Enough said. Pardon my French. Hey Khalid, welcome back to the chammy. Okay, you struggle when everyone is around you and all chaotic, but you try to, well, yeah, because things are just going crazy. Absolutely bonkers. I know we live in different countries, but you're welcome, Yang. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. I appreciate you. All right, and go to bed tonight as if you have everything you want, my darling, as if it's yours. And, you don't have to stay positive. You don't have to be the goody girl or heal yourself from anything in the past. You just have to get your thoughts and your feelings and your state of mind straight into the one that you want to be existing and live from it. Okay, your actions, your feelings, your actions and reactions to your feelings is what you're gonna get. So he doesn't want to hang out. So that's the energy that you're giving him. So that's the role you give him to play in your movie. Stop it. Okay? Stop. I would love to hear about your process of what you're thinking and changing in regards to these feelings and thoughts. Even if you gotta lie to yourself, girl. Okay? So you can compel what you want towards you. That's just rapid transformational therapy right there. So you've been doing well, Khalid. You've been trying to fix your sleep schedule for work, exploring dream realms. Okay. But also it's a struggle when everyone around you is all chaotic, but you try to be grounded. So, I don't know, what's your work schedule? I'm curious. What's your work schedule, dear? Is it like if you work at night, you work in the day? Welcome back, Metal Rain. Do you work, remote from home? Do you work away from home during the day? Okay. You might just be someone who needs two sleeps, like in medieval times. Like originally, as people had 2 sleeps, so we would work in the morning, in the afternoon, like we regularly do today, right? And then once the sun starts to go down and you come home, you take a rest. Okay, that's the first sleep. It might be 2, 3, 4 hours. Then you wake up, you eat your dinner, you hang out with your friends, maybe you come to the chammy and hang out and chat for a little bit, couple hours, whatever, take care of business. Then you go back to sleep about midnight, 11 o'clock. Or maybe even you stay up a little bit later and then take your second sleep until whenever you gotta wake up to go to work. Instead of 8 hours of sleep a night. Like personally, with my physical issues from the car accident, I can't do 8 hours in the bed. I can't do 8 hours. I can't lay in that bed more than a few hours. Or my whole body starts to feel like it's gonna cave in from the chronic pain from the injuries from the car accident. So I've had to adapt myself to medieval naps where I take the 2 sleeps a day. Yeah, I'm a night owl too. That's why I was like, what can I do? What can I do? I love to be up at night, but I also love that time in the morning. Like I love when the sun's coming up. I love when the sun's coming up and the sun's going down in the middle of the night. Those are like my favorite times of the day. So I wanted to be able to have this time of day to like come here on the channel, hang out with you guys, work on my music, be the night owl that I am. But, you know, 7 a.m. till 2 a.m. in the morning every day was exhausting. With only, you know, a couple hours of sleep because I'm sitting in the bed and it hurts so much after just a few hours. And so I decided to start the medieval naps. So I will take that first sleep as, you know, I'll go to sleep with the chickens and then wake up in the middle of the night, have a meal, maybe I'll clean some stuff and work on a project, do a couple lives, hang out with a couple friends, and then go back to bed until the sun comes up. So you just might need to start some medieval napping too. But yeah, everybody, I understand that whole chaotic thing. Like, I really do. Now, at home, it's not so chaotic. My home life is pretty peaceful. Actually, quite peaceful. The question would be in the PayPal. Okay. All right, let me go and look. Okay, so don't feel scared or freaked out if you're feeling like your timelines are always shifting, okay? Hey, Porch Swing Tunes, did you come have a porch party with us, dear? So you're saying you're always shifting timelines, but let me tell you something, darling. We are all always shifting timelines, whether we realize it or not. Yes, Spirit Box is happening tonight. We have 21 likes. Yay! So I don't want you to feel alone in regards to that fact. My timelines are always shifting. Do I know when my timeline is shifting? Sometimes I do. It doesn't happen often, but it happens all the time at the same time, it feels like. So I feel like you're the one that's going to have to pick and choose which timeline you want. Because, see, remember what I said about, you know, I said earlier, and I've said this before, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning, okay? So your timeline shifts, and it would be nice to know the most likely future for you. But what is the future that you want? Where are you here and here in your head and your heart? Because that's the future that you are going to embody. That is the future. That is what you embody. So that is the future you're going to be handed. So if there's something that needs to be changed, you better quickly change it now and let me help you. Okay? I'm either living here in this house or I'm not. Okay? I'm either married or I'm not. I'm either happy or I'm not. I'm either a mother or I'm not. I'm either a rock star or I'm not. I'm either talented or I'm not. I'm either a girl or I'm not. Okay? If this was a zebra, you'd be like, yes, Stormy, it's a zebra. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't be like, no, Stormy, that's a lion. So it's very important for you to define the blurred lines of your situation, because the timelines are always shifting. You wish for the timeline where your family is still alive, but see, that's the thing, is they are. Maybe they're not all physically there in their rental car, okay? But they're there, and they don't want to be treated like they're dead. And I think that becoming a death doula helped me see that about the living and the dead and the difference between, like, nobody wants to die. Okay, you guys? Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to die. Nothing wants to die. Trees don't want to get cut down or die. Animals don't want to die, even though they don't consciously know what it is like we do, until maybe they're getting slaughtered and they smell blood and see other ones like them getting murdered for food. I don't know, because I've never been in that situation, but I can only assume. Okay? So what is it, at the end of the day, what reality do you want to play out in your shifting timelines? What is happening in your mind and heart is what you're embodying. So because Metal Rain wishes for a timeline where his family is still alive, all right, without realizing that they're still there consciously, because there's only consciousness, okay? There's only consciousness. When you're sleeping, there's only consciousness, okay? And even though it might not seem that way when you're physically awake, that there's only consciousness, it's very much the same way, that consciousness when you're dead. We don't want to die. People who are already dead, they don't want to be treated like they're dead. So Metal Rain could actually probably have some interesting experiences, spiritually, maybe physically, maybe emotionally, maybe telepathically, from those family members that are not alive, if he were to just change the channel on what he just said. We're going to use him as an example. He just changed the channel, that he is living in an existence, in a timeline where his family is still alive, despite the fact that maybe some of them don't have their rental car. Rental car meaning like the body. Oh, that's interesting. So you were reading about people's experiences with quantum immortality and how death is an illusion, and we just move on to another reality where we still exist. And like, I've had so many near misses. You know, that is fucking crazy, pardon my French. And I'll tell you why. Because, okay, so I had this dream, and it was the first time I dreamt about my mother after she died. And she was driving the car, and we're in our vintage Cadillac, and I was in the passenger this time, which it's been years since she drove the car, because she was in a wheelchair. So, you know, there's my mom, and looks like she did when she was young, long blonde hair in a ponytail, the micro bangs, the big boobs, the healthy body, healthy skin, just looking absolutely amazing. And I'm like, there's my mommy. You know, and we're doing what we did best, which was she's driving and I'm chilling in the car, we're chatting and we're listening to the oldies station. And during our chatting, you know, Elvis's song Love Me Tender came on the radio. And I was like, she's like, oh, why don't you sing it, Stormy? I'm like, nah, I haven't sang since your funeral. And I'm pretty bummed out about you being dead anyways, so I don't really feel like singing. And she goes, but that's just an illusion. I didn't really die. She's like, death is just the only way that as a human being consciously, we can accept the transition between one physical reality to another. She's like, death is not real. She's like, oh yes, it looks very real. It seems very real. She's like, but you can't believe everything you see and hear all the time. I was like, that's weird. She's like, so sing for me. I was like, I don't know, Mom, I don't know. And then next thing I know, like, Elvis stopped singing Love Me Tender on the radio, right? And asked me to start singing it with him. Okay, 2 days later, Third Man Records told me I was going to come to Nashville and record my first single on the same machine that Elvis Presley recorded his first single on and pressed it to vinyl. And it gave me a reason to pick up my music again. Okay? 1 out of a million, and it was me. Okay, you don't just go record with Jack White at Third Man Records because you have no talent. So, I felt with you saying that you've read experiences with quantum immortality, how death is an illusion. I mean, to have someone who's physically dead come and tell you that in a dream? And now you're sitting here talking to me about it? That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. That's awesome. And I think that what you're reading about is something that's very, I mean, come on, you're talking about it and a dead person comes and talks to me about how it's an illusion without me even reading stuff like this, without me even delving into that kind of stuff even as a death doula, because I just don't care, because I know what I feel is right, which is this is what feels right. So internally, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I don't question it. I stopped questioning the truth and reality a long time ago. And when I stopped questioning the truth and reality and started following my inner compass, I finally became the decisive person I always wanted to be, instead of everybody making choices and helping me make a decision for myself about things. So it is very rare now that I go to somebody else to help me make a choice on something. It's possible it's all true. We as humans just can't put the puzzle together because it's so vast. Yeah, it is so vast. You're right. It's very, very, very vast. Well, we don't talk about religion or politics here. If I want to talk about religion or politics, we will talk about religion and politics because it's my channel. But nobody's going to say, yeah, if you say you're a Christian here, no one's going to think you're crazy. If you think Christianity is real, no one's going to say you're crazy. If you think Christianity is not real, nobody's going to say you're crazy. Nobody fucking cares, okay? We just want you to show up as who you are and be who you are, okay? And be your true authentic self and enjoy yourself. Somebody's telling you if you say Christianity is real that you're crazy, they're crazy. It's whatever it is to you, Mikkel. Okay, whatever you give meaning to, that's what it is. That's what your belief is. And that's what's true to you, so that should be respected. Even if you're a human being and you identify only with a cat. Yeah, whatever your heart says. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some cards for you. I'm going to get some cards for you to see what you need to know about this timeline. And then I'm going to do Metal Rain's reading, and then I'm going to get the spirit box. I just have to do something real quick before we start. Give me a moment, please. I know that you probably have to work in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and get started now. I just needed to get this wire to plug the speaker in for the spirit box so it can charge a little bit while I'm doing these readings, because I don't know that it has a charge on it. Although I left it charged the last time I used it and turned it off, but that doesn't mean anything. Batteries still die, even if you're not using them. Okay, it's charging. Do you want to mostly know about the timeline of your future? Yeah, Mikhail, no one cares if you're a Satanist in this channel or a Christian, so have fun hanging out with us. Nobody cares if you're an atheist or a Muslim or a witch. Come on, let's hang out. If you want to have a good time, just talk and chat. As long as you're respectful. We don't really talk about religion or politics around here unless I bring something up, because We like to talk more about stuff like quantum immortality. Okay, just looking at your question again real quick, Khalid. Okay, Spirit, I'm calling forth Khalib's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about these timelines and the future one, which is the best for him? You've had so many near misses. What do you mean by that, Khalib? Like near-death experiences? Or actual death experiences where you died and came back? Yeah, you can use two of your questions for Spirit Box. Anybody can buy a reading and have the Spirit Box included anytime. So don't forget to ask that, guys, okay? It's like you want to be impulsive. You want to have fun with this energy. You want to know where you're going, but you don't know where you're going. So it kind of sometimes feels like you're jumping off of a plank into a shallow end. Looking back at your past, thinking I've repeated all this stuff again and again and again. Where's it really going? But really, you choose where you're going. Spirit saying you are this drifter. You are this wanderer, and you wander into places and experience the most amazing things because of the way you're curious and where you wander off to. Not all who wander are lost. Which, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan or a Tolkien fan, you might be familiar with that actual saying. Spirit, I'm calling forth Khalib's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. And I feel like maybe you feel like, you said the thing about it's so vast it's difficult to put all the puzzle pieces together, but you're the only puzzle you have to put together. Thinking and feeling from the fact that there's so many pieces to put together and it's so vast that I'm not sure I can get it, that, I can put all the puzzle pieces together. That's not your problem. That's messing too much with the middle. Okay, that's Spirit's job, your most strongest and trusted spirit guides that you might believe in, and that's the universe's job to unfold all that for you. Okay, while you are expecting what you want to happen. Or you can choose to live your life if you want to continue living your life at randomness. That's fine too, whatever you're comfortable with, Khalid. It's almost like I do things in instinct only even if it gets me into a near miss, okay? So let's see what you need to know about the most likely future for yourself and what you need to know about that right now in regards to the different realities. And that's interesting. All right, Khalid. Most likely future for you. You may continue to still, you know, ponder about these things. You got the Four of Pentacles here. You might still continue to ponder about the most, you know, likely future that's best for you or outcome. But, so you turn down opportunities sometime only for a better opportunity down the road. That makes sense. But Spirit says, despite this reality being, you know, at forefront here, Spirit says the best chosen future reality for you is to stay in the likening of the fact that, you know, you were sent here to have fun. Okay, and I feel like the cards I'm about to, like, reveal to you are letting you know what you need to know about your most likely future. Happiness, joy, okay? Experiencing that happiness and joy through your self-love, your self-care, and also possible marriage and children for you. I also see you being some sort of wise man or teacher in the arts of spirituality and metaphysics in this King of Wands to communicate to people about love, self-care, fun, joy, happiness, things like that. I don't see too much negativity in these cards at all. And Spirit's saying aggressively hydrate. Drink a lot of water. You know, take showers, drink a lot of water, stay nourished. Now, we have the nurturing card, which was the main card of this reading in regards to most likely seeing that future, and it's the card, a nurturing card. I know you've gotten this card before. In fact, you may have very well gotten this card in the last reading we did. In fact, I remember explaining this card to you in the past that, you know, what you want is in your hands. What you see that's so vast, it's within you. You are part of it. The word is nurturing on the back of the card. The card number is 8. I don't know if 8 means anything to you. There's 8 people in the chat right now, it says. South and red. Jesus Christ, I hope that your future doesn't include living in a red state in the South. In America. I'm kidding. Just trying to make you laugh. But I know that you're somewhere up there in north of New England, so probably won't happen. Only we can heal ourselves. Okay? Sometimes with assistance. Okay, I see you doing a lot of healing. Not just of, yeah, I know, Canada. Not just of yourself, but others. Okay, through the work that you do, through the enlightenment you do, the art you do, whatever it is that you do. Oh my God, I didn't know that was still on. Let me turn this off. I'm so sorry. Let me turn the call center off. So only we can heal ourselves. And that's very true. You're not going to be getting in a relationship to heal yourself. If you're getting in a relationship to heal yourself, you're making the wrong decision. If you can't be happy when you're single, you probably won't be happy in a relationship for very long. But only you can heal yourself. I see you spending a lot of time healing yourself because you already have really taken a lot of time to find those puzzle pieces of yourself that maybe you have lost and put them back together. See, that's really the only puzzle pieces you need to be looking out for, if there are any. So only we can heal ourselves, sometimes with assistance, okay? Sometimes without. Our energy, or chakras, the way our system corresponds to energy, the flow, the energy flow from the earth. And it shows that very much in this card. You see your little spirit down here hanging out around all this beautiful stuff. And I love how this card, you can flip it upside down and it's still has an amazing story to tell. So, I don't know what that is, Junk Fool. I apologize, not fantastic. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her. I really feel your future has a lot to do with staying grounded and in nature, despite maybe how busy your life is economically within a city or close to one. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her. With the nurturing force of timeless give and take, I see your connection with Mother Earth deepening. Maybe you decide that it's time to take a spiritual path that you've never, embarked on before and stick with it. So with the nurturing force of timeless give and take, a prayer enables you to take power out of the mind and then place it in the hands of the earth and sky deities. Try to see through the mirage of social barriers that cloud the eyes of women and men the world over. A good example. So, you have friends you love, you care about, or family members you love and care about. Maybe you have different thoughts or ideals about things, but improving upon your unconditional love for them, focusing more on what's good about them instead of what you don't like about them or what confuses you or what makes you uncomfortable. Because the more that you focus on somebody's positive features, the positive things about them that are good, the more those things show up. And the less the things you don't like about them show up, believe it or not. And that has to do with it, whether it's somebody you know or don't know very well. Nurture your dreams. Act in your dreams as you want to act. Find the guarded kivas and sacred places where you have hidden your heart and nurture your spirit. I see a lifetime of you staying in spiritual ground, staying spiritually grounded, completely like nourishing yourself and nurturing yourself, as well as doing the best you can for Mother Earth, even if it's just, using the recycling bin every once in a while, unless you do all the time, I don't know. But, being conscious of where maybe you're buying your stuff from, so that, or what you're buying, so that you make sure you're not buying into something that maybe has come from the hands of a slave or slave labor, even though that's very difficult at this time in economic history because of so many tech companies using slaves at the bottom of the totem pole to make their billions and millions and trillions of dollars. Slavery is still an active thing in 2025. There's more slaves on the planet than there ever been before. There's human trafficking more intense than ever before. Okay, it's dangerous. They say it's the best time in history to be alive, but is it really? So I see you turning your back on all that kind of chaos like I have. All right, it is what it is, making sure that you do everything you can to stay safe, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And staying on course. Your future, your now. See, there's no future. Future's not here yet, Khalid. It's only now. The past is not coming back, so not going to get much from that. Oh, you'll have the wisdom to take with you. You'll have the experiences to take with you. You'll have the happy, harmonious, nostalgic moments that you want to recreate again with people you love to take with you. But there's no future. You have no future, Khalid, right now. I don't have a future. All these people in the chat, y'all don't have futures. Your future is now. Okay? Now. And whatever you're seeing that you're calling the future is only a moment away. But it's really only about now. What you did last week, might influence what happens in a week. But your thoughts, your feelings, your reactions to things in life is really how you create what unfolds in front of you. So if Bob, loves his wife but can't stand living with her anymore, so he leaves her, well, that's on him. Because once again, he wasn't able to correct his thoughts about how he couldn't stand her despite loving her, because it didn't feel yummy. It didn't feel good anymore. It didn't feel right. And as many times as he tried, you see what I'm saying? So where's Bob now? Or what about Jane? Jane sees a pretty dress she likes, but is her fat ass going to fit in it and look good in it? She doesn't know until she tries the dress on. Okay? But even though she looks great in the dress, is she going to buy it? Probably not, because once again, there's nobody there to tell her if her ass looks fat in it or not. And she can't make up her own mind for herself, because she has spent her life building upon what other people think and say about her being more important than what the fuck she thinks about herself and her surroundings and what's going on up here and here. So you'll constantly go through this the rest of your life. Your future, well, it's here now. So what do you want to experience now? What state of mind do you want to be in now? What serves you now? What does that future look like to you? Let it be now. Okay? Not tomorrow, not next week, but today, now. Alright? So go to bed tonight as if you have everything you want. Don't get too lost in the future, because it'll just get you anxious. How anxious have you been about that future? I bet very anxious. And stay in the now. Right now. Yeah, stay in the present. And when you start to feel chaotic, go listen to some Mozart. It's the most healing music in the world. And go put your feet outside in the dirt. And if there's no dirt and it's too cold, well, maybe get some potting soil and a box to put your feet in the dirt when you need to be grounded. I don't know, but stick close to nature. That's definitely what that nurturing card is all about for you. And if you can't go out in nature, bring nature inside to you. Keep me updated. I am here for you. Thank you so much for your payment for the reading. Your past, your present, and your future, well, there's only now. So with this past, present, and future reading, I think you need to delve more into what were the good, happy, harmonious moments that you want to recreate now. Okay, and within your present now, what is it that you can do always now to make yourself feel more stable, more calm, more relaxed despite the chaos? Even if it's just sit down for 10 minutes and do nothing. Even if it's just a 30-minute nap. Okay? Doesn't mean you're an old fart. Alright? It's every little bit of self-care is going to help with this too. Your future's not here. Don't worry about it, because your future is now. Every thought, every feeling, every action and reaction that you have to now is going to build upon that future that comes forward. So be good to yourself with your thoughts, okay? I am so detached from the affirmations and the blah, 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 and all the stupid fucking tricks they tell you to manifest what you want and all that stupid shit. No, it's right now. It's happening now. You doubt it, you doubt it. Okay, we'll work on not doubting. What you want is yours because you already desire it. But are you living from that thing? You're so welcome, Khalid. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking the live and subscribing and hanging out with us tonight. Missed you. Metal Rain, I'm going to go ahead and get the spirit box put together, and then we'll get started with your reading. swear I had the batteries. I don't have them. There they are. Good. Oh, stop, you little cutie pot pie. Cutie pot pie, you are mine, it's a cutie potty pie. What you doing, puppy? Cutie, 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 cutie puppy pies, you're my cutie, cutie puppy pie. Ruby. Come here, girl. You like when I sing you, puppy? You like it. You like when I sing you, puppy. My puppy girl. Uh-oh. You snorting? You snorting? Are you okay? I'm worried about you. You hungry? You ate all that peanut sauce like it was... Yeah, now you're sick. Don't worry, Mama's gonna fix that after I get off the live. You're gonna feel better, I promise. Okay. Let's put the spirit box together. I did some laundry, and I did not pick the laundry soap. It was just given to us by the food pantry at the church, and oh god, it smells so bad. It's like literally making me sick. I mean, don't get me wrong, it smells like fresh, clean soap, but it is way too strong. Excuse me. Hey Lady J, welcome to the haunted house.
Maximum volume. Maximum volume.
Hello. Okay, what are Ileana's true feelings about you? Channel message from Cat Kitty. What does he think about Ileana? Message from Buddy the Cat. Who we all miss. Oh, I'm gonna have to aggressively hydrate after this. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What are Ileana's true feelings about Metal Rain? About Metal right now? What are her true feelings about him now? She feels like stuck with you. Like she feels maybe that you both are blind to the fact of creating something stable, happy, harmonious. She's not feeling very stable, and her mental wealth is very poor right now. She's feeling mentally unwealthy about you right now in that 8 of Swords and that 10 of Cups. She does look forward to seeing you again in the 3 of Wands in regards to how she's feeling about you. Like she does want to see you again in that 3 of Wands. You know, and she does still love you despite the fact that she's feeling a little bit cross. And there is a new beginning coming with Ileana, but she's going to have to overcome this mentally unwealthy energy in this 10 of Swords, which isn't so much your fault as it is hers, and she understands that as well in that 8 of Swords. So despite loving you, having good feelings about you, she's not certain about where you guys are going or how to feel about that right now. And a message from Cat Kitty. What does she think about Ileana? A little bit worried. She may want to also climb her or be around her or be on her or hang out with her. She might be a little bit scared of her. Okay. But she thinks and feels that this person, if she could just get more comfortable with her, that, you know, Kitty might like her. Kitty also picks up on her sadness, Ileana's sadness and unhappiness, and that makes Kitty feel anxious. Spirit, I'm calling forth a message from Buddy the Cat. Are there any spirits with us now who can maybe give us a message from Buddy the Cat? Oh, you probably just did it for yourself, AJ. I don't do curses. I'm really pissed you took your dog. So back to Buddy. Buddy's on a journey, a conscious journey of love and joy. And the Chariot, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. They feel like they have a lot of control over where they're going, what they're doing, and how they may reincarnate in the Emperor card. But overall, I mean, they're just in a decision-making kind of energy. They do think about you all and love you all very much. This energy, this Buddy energy from the cat. And they've also been able to once again find some grounding, some comfort in their situation and planning their reincarnation in that Emperor card. The magic is within you, AJ. You're the magic one. I don't do legal, financial, or anything like that. If you want to get a tarot card reading, you can ask up to 3 questions. It starts at $6. Are there any spirits there now that can communicate with us about Buddy the cat? Remember, AJ, your thoughts create. How many spirits are there with us now? What's your name, spirit? Do you have a name or a name you like to be called, maybe? What do you like to be called? Are you here with us now? I don't know how to tell you to talk into the spirit box, but maybe you could say something. Maybe you could say something to us. What do we need to know about now? If there's any spirits there, no, there's no spirits there. Do you want to talk tonight? Do you want to talk tonight to a spirit? We come in respect and to remember you. I'm at like 5% on the iPad now. And almost 3 hours into the show. Percept. Perception. Did it just call me Toots? Hide and seek with spirits. That's funny. No, the cat didn't cause the death. And the cat knows y'all feel that way. It hurts its feelings. See how she's holding her eye? No, the cat didn't do it on purpose. The cat is a little bit emotional itself, but the card is saying no, the cat didn't mean to hurt Buddy. Hey, Clint, welcome to the channel. Hey, Meryl, welcome back, sweetheart. I left you a message, but I had forgotten to send you the... Oh, excuse me, the link to the chat. And now I'm at 5% on the iPad. Yeah, I'm about to log out. I'm not feeling very well. I'm starting to not feel very well. And it probably has a lot to do with not getting enough rest. What are you supposed to do with your night down? Well, boop to you too, Spirit. We did get a lot of likes today. 23. Thank you all so much for the likes. Lots of readings, lots of likes. Just the energy that we all need around here. It's been a pretty chill night. Oh, thank you, Meryl. Wow, I'm only 20 subscribers away from 2K. I have 1 subscriber for each video I ever made for this channel. Or at least, I don't know, I think I probably have 2,500 videos on the channel, so probably not one person for each video, but... Yeah, Spirit Box is making an appearance, but not saying a whole lot tonight. Excuse me, I keep yawning. So embarrassing. Well, I was gonna do 2 lives. I'm gonna do a 2 live crew tonight. I was gonna do the 10:15 one and then do a 12:30, 12:45 one, but it got so busy with readings, I was never able to take the hour break and go watch Kimmel. So I just stayed on the live. No, I didn't DVR Kimmel. No, I haven't seen Cam. She did send me a message today. Yeah, I think there's some stuff on his YouTube as well. Hey, Mr. G, welcome to the chammy. Let me see what my percentage is at. The Spirit Box just said I'm at work. Or I'm about to work. Did it just say Diego? Is that your name? Is your name Diego? Did it just say rump? Or did it say Trump catastrophe? Internet? What about the internet? Alright, before the iPad dies, I'm going to do the last free collective message tonight using the Angel Spirit deck. Yeah, Maria's okay. She said Chicago's been crazy. Everybody's losing their fucking minds. Pardon my French. You know, she works at a school, so they all had to have a meeting about how to handle ICE when they come to take children away and kidnap them. So that's been very, very fucked up for her. And yeah, they're literally hijacking people, and God only knows what they're doing with them. I mean, doesn't it make sense? You've got human traffickers in the administration. What do you think they're doing with these people that they're kidnapping out of their beds, and these children that they're tying up and throwing into walls naked? They're not taking them somewhere safe. Shit, they probably paid Argentina $40 billion to lock them up and gas them. Did the spirit box just say C? Well, nothing has a meaning, Mr. G, until you give it a meaning. So what does it mean to you? Thanks, Eric. How have you been? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. What do you want us to know tonight before we close the spirit portal? Truth. Country like in trillions of dollars worth of debt? Why is Argentina getting our tax dollars? Ridiculous. Truth. This card's about truth. Card number 11. Are you living your sacred truth? Well, honk to you too, Spirit. Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within the sacred place is the realization of the divine light of your creation. Let me read that again. Are you living in your sacred truth? Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within the sacred place is the realization and the divine light of your creation. Live in your spirit lodge surrounded by peace and joy. Outside of your lodge is the great wilderness where the rest of the world lives. But the wilderness can become a battleground stained by blood of the ignorance of earthly pain. To have lasting power in the world, you must earn the trust of those around you. Most people live without trust and a sacred place within, without a spirit lodge, and as such, they do not know how to enter the spirit lodge of others. Basically meaning, find your truth. What is your truth? So that, meet yourself deeply so that you can meet others deeply as well. Live within your sacred truth so that you may know peace and joy in the great wilderness and beyond. I feel like this is something I've had to do every day of my life to find and keep that peace. You want to protect your peace like a precious gem. Spirit says you will be successful with this. The more you practice it, the more you focus on it in that 6 of fire. Victory can be yours. Good news can be yours every day. And public recognition, as well as being awarded for that which you have worked on whether it be yourself, others, project. Eight of Water, it's once again, it's one of those cups that's about moving away from the things that don't serve you. The chaos, the negativity, maybe the things that you hear that you don't like. Change the channel and change the story when you change the channel. You know, a lot of us have a desire to move on from the situation we're in right now. And once you move away from it mentally, you'll see it to start to clear. Yeah, I'm still doing readings, Meryl. I'm at 4% though. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth is definitely what I feel this collective message is about. And if you can apply that every day to your life, even if it's just, you know, taking the burdens off of your back with the worry, and spending more time, you know, asking yourself and feeling like, what is it that feels right today, and what is it that feels good? What's the state of mind I want to be in, instead of worrying about, you know, nothing ever working out? What if you just enjoyed, you know, everything working out in your favor instead? Yep, you can super chat for a reading. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the iPad. Just give me a minute, okay? Am I trying to smoke? So yeah, it's $6 for, you know, 6 minutes, 6+ cards. You can ask up to 3 questions. You can do the 11/11 love reading. You can also do the $20 past, present, future, or the $30 general. Every reading is buy one, get one free. If you can't do the free reading after the paid reading, I'll note your name and that, you know, what reading you got, and put it in my notes, and you come back and cash in your reading later. I'll be right back. I just need to take a 1-minute break and plug in this thing. Okay, I'm back.
Action.
Hi, Spirit. What's your name? I don't know. I'm here. Where are you? If anybody wants to get a paid reading, I'm still available to do readings. Who's a champ? Spirit? Spirit, is that your name? Are you a champ? Are you on some kind of acid, Jesse? You see anything here? Because the lights are on and somebody's home. No, I'm psychic. That's how I know. Hey, Serpent, welcome back. Okay, let's see what you need to know about that right now. Just organizing my cards here real quick for you. Did the spirit box just say love you? Okay, we love you too, Spirit. Yep, yep. Alright, so you want your spirit, you want to know what your spirit guides want you to do, okay. Nice to meet you, Serpent of Chaos. Thank you so much for your payment, I appreciate it. Aaron, it's my channel. If I want to talk about politics, I'll talk about politics. But it's not your channel or the other people who come here to the channel to talk about politics, so that's why no politics. Okay? It's my channel. If I want to talk about politics, I'll talk about politics. If I want to talk about religion, I'll talk about religion. And then you guys are open to talk about politics and religion to me. But it's my channel, not yours, so that's why no politics. Because there are some people around here who don't want to talk about it, don't want to be about it, and want to get away from it at the end of the day. Okay, because that's all that's shoved in our face all day is politics and religion. Okay, and if you're not this way, you better be this way. And if you're not this way, fuck you, we took away your freedom of speech. So, don't even talk about politics right now. Okay, I'm trying to do a reading. I want to do a reading. You know, and if you want to stay on topic and talk about tarot cards, we can. We can talk about tarot cards. But we're not talking about politics because we don't want to fucking talk about politics, okay? And that's why no politics. All right, Serpent, let's go ahead and get into your mess. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I apologize, and you're fantastic. So your most trusted. I'm going to ask your most trusted and strongest spirit guides what you need to know right now. You might hear them come through the spirit box, or hear words or names or something come through the spirit box that maybe is relevant to you, Serpent. So you just want the general reading about what your guides want you to do and what messages they have for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the tarot deck that I have, which is the Golden Gate Tarot deck. I'm going to use the Power Spirit deck. Because that's how I like to channel the spirits that I use to channel messages with, or to channel your most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Love you too, Rita. Welcome to the channel. Jesus loves you too. Spirit, I'm calling forth Serpent of Chaos's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Serpent of Chaos need to know right now from her most trusted and strongest spirit guides, from their most trusted and strongest spirit guides? What messages do you have for Serpent of Chaos today? Alright, so you've got some inner workings to do spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. These are some of the most important things that your spirit guides need you to know about. You need to burn the idols. Okay, so if there's anything that you're idolizing, maybe you think you have to be one way instead of another because that's what people feel, you should do, or should say, or should be about. If there are people you look up to, that's fine, look up to them, but not as if they are the all-knowing and being idol like the universe or your creator or even you, because you, Serpent, are the beautiful creator of your destiny, not all this fuckery on the card, okay? Some of the most important messages do come from the Power Spirit deck that I have. Spirit saying that some of the most important things that they want you to do right now is find your courage. Okay, Satan's just laughing at you. Oh my God, did you just see that? Rebuke Satan. Hate my shorts. Courage and skill. So, Spirit wants you to be working on that courage inside of you, to say what you need to say, to do what you need to do, to take the action on the things that you want to do, instead of living by what maybe others think you should feel, be, and do, and be about, okay? So we'll start with courage. You might feel very much like a fish out of water. You might feel as if you don't have the ability to find that courage because of that feeling like a fish out of water. And Spirit's like wanting you to work on your skill here. Or a skill. And I feel like the skill that Spirit's saying they want you to know about what messages do they have for you, etc., etc. Well, they want you to make your mind and body like a Zen garden. And you may just have to practice on actually making a Zen garden to experience that, even if it's a small miniature one in your house. Spirit wants you to find the courage to work on your skill and your dreams. Not by the standards of others, but by your own standard. By your own standards. So courage. Action takes courage. We often feel like fish out of water, separate and different from the world around us. But fish out of water can learn to swim in new air, in the new air of consciousness, and with new purpose in life. Perhaps it is identification with objects and clinging to addictions that keep you feeling separate from the source of your power. Perhaps it's not only dependence on drugs, sex, power. Perhaps it's, addictions like the fear of failure. Finding your courage to not get lost in that fear is going to really help you. Hold on one second. Hold on. I got a problem. I apologize. Somebody had to ask me something. Spirit wants you to discover your own powers in regards to, through that courage. Spirit wants you to find the courage to give up your addictions, especially your addictions to possible pain and trauma. See, you're witnessing trauma even if you're not experiencing it, and you need to purge that energy and then live in the power of your courage. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I apologize, Serpent. Please forgive me. So, Spirit also wants you to find that courage to keep working on your dreams. You know, what skills do you have? If you don't have any skills, that's fine. Spirit's saying find the courage to find that skill that pleases you, that makes you happy, that brings you joy, your reason to live juice. If you have skills that maybe you have abandoned, maybe you have skills that you think that are good, but you worry that they're not good enough. Find the courage to stop telling yourself stuff that doesn't serve you. Okay? One of the most important things now is for you to work on that skill. Okay? And find that courage to break free from your addictions of things that don't serve you. I don't know. Maybe you have a sex addiction. Maybe you have a drug addiction. Maybe you have an alcohol addiction. If you don't have any of those things, you may have an addiction to pain. Unconsciously. Okay? Because we don't always know what's going up in the brain subconsciously, unless maybe we have a dream, maybe a dream that moves us to be like, what was that all about? And then we start searching Google or books regarding dreams on, what our subconscious is trying to share with us and tell us about ourselves. Because see, when you're dreaming and you're sleeping, your subconscious is at its most powerful because it's there to protect you. It's there to protect you while you're sleeping. So it's at its sharpest, and it's at its most open as well. So I think you're going to find some of this courage and this skill through doing some research on maybe listening to some subliminals that maybe help you with your self-concept so that you can boost your courage a little bit so that you can move on to the things that serve you in life. Okay, even if you're not experiencing trauma, Serpent, you're still witnessing it. Whether you realize it or not, you're witnessing it in one way or another, and you've got to purge that energy because it's making you lose that courage. It's making you feel like being a fish out of water or different or unique or even being chaotic is something that's wrong when it's not, because many people like myself manifest their dreams come true through chaotic disorder. But let's get on to skill, because this card is very much saying that Spirit wants you to create a Zen garden within your heart, your mind, and your soul within regards to your situation. Even if you have to go out and buy a little miniature Zen garden to get into the idea and the energy of that kind of stuff. Expressing your highest nature through your work is sometimes easiest when work is not exactly as you wish it to be. There are hidden gifts within friction, which I feel the Courage card is telling you that there are a lot of hidden gifts about you as a person that you maybe haven't uncovered yet or haven't realized yet about yourself. But you'll realize it, okay? And I'm here to help you with that, okay? You're not alone. So there are hidden gifts within friction. Therein lies the secret way to a graceful life. You are not what you do. Your work is a higher mirror, providing a reflection from which to learn in an extraordinary process. Once again, what are you telling yourself about you, the situation that you're in, your life, other people? Because all that's going to reflect back to you. Okay? Your self-concept is so important when it comes to your life and the life that you're experiencing. Excuse me. Because what you think and what you feel, I've been saying this all night, and I'm only saying this from experience. And I can meet you deeply because I've met myself very, very deeply. Very deeply. And I think that and feel that many of the readers that are on YouTube maybe haven't met themselves as deeply as I think they should. Or feel that they should. Okay? I'm not here to be famous. I'm not here, this is not a tarot channel, okay? This is a musician and artist channel. Okay, my life is my message. So I'm speaking here from experience when I tell you you're going through an evolutionary process in your life right now where your courage and your skill is what your spirit guides and most trusted spirit guides now, as strongest spirit guides, need you to be working on. So how do you feel about yourself? Once again, what are you telling yourself about you? And a Zen garden expresses that in many ways, the essence of life, the essence of the energy that positive energy, that laid back, nice and easy feeling, which is what all of us, we all want that state of mind. But it's, life has become, and the world has become so chaotic, it's like nothing's normal anymore sometimes for us. But a Zen garden expresses the essence of life, and a highly perfected skill is, creating a Zen garden and keeping it neat, keeping it nice, keeping it tended. But Spirit wants you to come to the inner truth that produces your true skill. For instance, I'm a guitar player. I've been a guitar player since I was a kid. All right? It wasn't about being famous. It was about being one of the best guitar players of my generation. Being one of the best female guitar players, in my city, in my state, in my country, in this world. Okay, not about competing with other girls who are guitar players or other guitar players, but being one of the best and in the best of class as a musician that I could give to my skill within my music. Being the best that I could be, to find the courage to be the best that I could be and be all that I could be with my music and my art. Now, when I'm talking about your skill and your courage, it's not like it's not there. It's there. But Spirit wants you to nurture it and purge your trauma right now. If you can keep from witnessing as much trauma as possible right now, it's going to be the best thing for your inner Zen garden. Let me pull a couple of cards for you from the Golden Girls. I don't know if you're still there, but I'm pretty sure you'll come back and read this. It's only $1 per minute, 30 plus minutes when you get a general reading. Sometimes, it's up to 3 questions. If you have any other questions, you can ask. I think you asked 2 questions. You can ask another one if you want. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Addictions are to nicotine and alcohol, but I generally love my team. They've been with me through a lot. Yeah, in terms of alcohol, it happened when I lost my sister. I used it as an outlet. Oh yeah, that I understand. I can understand that. You live for trauma. So see, you're open to that. You know you're addicted to pain. You know you're addicted to pain. And that, my dear, is just as bad as an addiction to alcoholism. And Spirit's telling you you've got to find that courage, to find that balance, to work on some skill that's important. I don't know what the skill is. Are you a gardener? Are you a master, weed grower or something? Do you make music? Do you make art? Because your sister wants you to definitely know, as one of your most strongest and trusted spirit guides now, that this is important to her. For you to put these addictions, and see, your sister's, okay, as a death doula, your sister's there with you. She doesn't want you to treat her like she's dead. She wants you to understand that she's just as real as she was before she didn't have her rental car. Rental car meaning the body, okay, Serpent? And you didn't lose your sister, okay? You have found her today, all right? If Serpent of Chaos's sister is here with us now, could you say something relevant on the spirit box for Serpent of Chaos? I don't need names. I don't need birth dates. Spirit knows who you are. But I'm just going to roll through the Golden Girls deck. That's my main tarot deck. I don't keep the devil in any of my tarot decks except this deck because it's Blanche Devereaux who plays the devil in this deck. And I like that version of the devil. But Spirit's saying, yeah, finding balance. You have a new beginning here. Maybe even a new love story. A new pet to care for. People looking up to you, respecting you. Spirit wants you to find the happiness in your life that you deserve. I don't know if you're married or in a relationship or not, but there are people who look up to you. There are people who respect you. And you are above this energy that keeps you in an addiction to nicotine and alcohol. You're not the only one addicted to nicotine. I've been addicted to nicotine since I was 13 years old. In fact, it probably started before that because my mother smoked with me in the womb. And my dad's like, don't tell people that. They'll think your mom's a terrible person. But you know what? At least she wasn't doing drugs. At least she wasn't drinking. Okay, so what? She smoked when she was pregnant with me, all right? And I'm here, and I'm fine. But it's just like those babies who are, have mothers who are addicted to alcohol or drugs. The baby does become addicted to whatever the mother is doing with her body, whether she's smoking, drinking, taking drugs, or eating chocolate. You know, and everybody smoked around me while growing up. So it became normal and natural to, you know, it became very normalized in my family. My brother and sister didn't smoke, okay, but my dad smoked, my mom smoked, my grandpa smoked, my grandma smoked, their friends smoked. All my friends smoked. So, and it didn't matter if they were 13 or we were 25. So I've been trying to quit smoking since I was 13. I actually, the spirit box just say cool. So I actually understand what you mean about that nicotine thing. Alcohol, not too much. I'm like one of those people, I can just put it down before it turns into something like an addiction. I don't know why I'm like that, but not with the nicotine. So I've literally gone through hypnosis, after hypnosis, after subliminal, after subliminal, after hypnosis. I've quit for up to 5 years. I've quit for up to 10 months. So what I had to do is I had to go through a list of, okay, why do I want to drink and what's triggering me? Why do I want to smoke and what's triggering me? I need to write this down and work myself through it. So eventually I kept smoking and it became a whole gear of what are my triggers? Why am I smoking? Blah, 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 blah. And then eventually I was like, oh, my biggest trigger is just smoking. Okay, no more making excuses as to why I smoke and have these triggers. Correct the triggers and move the fuck on before it gets worse. You know, that doesn't mean, you know, don't have, you know, a hell train box of cigarettes somewhere because you're going through it, all right? Maybe you have a secret stash, but you only get into that secret stash if it's critical and you're about to, you know what I'm saying? But Spirit is saying life wants to offer you balance, stability, more money, a happy home, a new beginning, a loving wife, a loving girlfriend, a loving friend, a loving husband, a loving partner, a loving boyfriend, a loving pet, a loving family, communication, and all the things that you dream of having. So you got to get up and stand up and fight for what you want through your courage and your skill, whatever that skill is that brings you joy, like a Zen garden. Spirit has your back and wants you to be happy. You were sent here to have fun. I started smoking at 13 because somebody beat me up. Okay? Somebody attacked me for no reason. So I started smoking because I was scared. Because there were another person in school who was stalking me, and it was a boy. And it was weird, and it was uncomfortable. And when he did attack me, you know, it really fucked me up. So I had to overcome that trauma, and I did start smoking. And I was like, Mom, can I just have a cigarette? And she gave me one. I mean, what the fuck? Fuck it. You know, better to tell Mom I want to smoke a cigarette than be an asshole and go behind her back and try to get one off someone else and hide it from her. But that's just the kind of parent she was. You know, I could tell her anything, and if there was just something that I felt I needed, you know, we would talk about it, talk about the pros and cons, and then I would decide for myself. Yeah, you're 13 and you're a child, and you really shouldn't be making decisions for yourself, but, you know, when somebody beats the living shit out of you, and nobody will do anything about it because they're a minor, you know, so I had to completely leave that area, leave my life behind, leave my family behind, and go somewhere else. And I've had it happen I've had several domestic abuse issues throughout the years. You know, and when someone says they're going to beat my fucking ass, say it to my face. And then I'll introduce you to my little friend. My mind. So, if you die tomorrow because you're having bad thoughts about me, it's probably my fault. Okay, and that's why it says on the description, you know, I have a dark side. Don't make me use it. So, yeah, you have a dark side, serpent, and you're aware of it. But you can control it. I'm not going around killing people with my mind just because I can. That's wrong and rude and completely morally unethical. All right? But, you know, there are so many other things that we can do with our mind than hurt each other. Or cause pain for each other. Or even cause pain to ourselves, Serpent. But you have to decide, what do you want to do with the power of your mind? Because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So, keep me updated, Serpent. I'm here for you. We're here for you. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for your payment tonight. Your donation, your payment tonight is going to probably buy me some Christmas dinner, which I probably wouldn't have had you not paid me some money tonight, because they will pay me in, I think, November for the money that you just paid for a reading, and I really do appreciate that. That's very kind and generous of you, Serpent. Check out my music. It's on the channel. I hope it helps you. Keep me updated with what's going on with you. We're here for you. You're not alone, okay? I know exactly what it's like to be addicted to nicotine and pain. But I got through it, okay? And now, I don't go looking for the trauma. I don't go looking for the pain. I'm not addicted to it anymore. And I'm literally speaking from personal experience. It has gotten a lot better, okay? You can have, be, and do all that you want. You just have to understand that you're the magic wand here, okay? You are the spell. Hey, Meryl, thank you so much for your payment. What's your question, sweetheart? You want to do a reading, or were you just donating for fun? Spiffer lives for trauma. It's funny. Do I get a check from the government every month? Fuck, I wish. Oh, thank you so much, Meryl. Do you want me to pull a card for you? I will. What a wonderful day. I should probably go to bed soon. Oh, it's your anniversary. It's your anniversary today. You know, it's also Travis's birthday. Is that crazy? Oh my God, the spirit box just said, guys. Yeah, what is it? We're here, spirit. Is there a spirit there that wants to talk to us? Yes, I can pull a card for you guys. I'll pull a card from the Love Tarot deck. Let me make sure I have all of them. And let's see. Are they all here? Where are they? I need them. It was cute how the spirit box said, "Hey guys!" Maybe that spirit will say something else to us. Spirit, I'm calling forth Meryl's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Meryl and John need to know about their anniversary, their life, their love story? Can we get a card for Meryl and John, please? Oh, very interesting. me just get one more card out. Where's that? Here it is. This one. That's kind of a funny card. That'll probably make you laugh. And then let's get one from here. Alright. So you have the Emperor and the Hierophant, which I feel both of these cards are representing y'all. Okay. One of you is more of like an authoritative power energy. The other one is more like, you can talk to me about anything, baby. And Spirit is saying that in your connection, in your relationship, that your communication, see how he has a wand in his hand? I mean, I know that's just a scepter, but it's made of wood, and wands are about communication in the tarot. Also, he is hiding the world in his lap, in his hands. Spirit saying you're both meant to be in each other's inner world. You both are meant to console each other in your lives within regards to what it is that is important to you spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally. Okay, and you're here to help each other, nurture each other, and care for each other financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything, okay? Children may be getting in the way of your connection, but, you know, I think that this card is more about the idea of, you know, your life is being affected by children, but your life is, what this means is your life is being more affected by maybe some of the immature remnants left over from childhood or from your inner child, maybe not experiencing the things that it wanted to experience when it was a child. You can still experience this energy by being playful and revisiting your inner child together again and again and again, because that might just be what's putting, you know, getting in the way of some things, is that, you know, we've all become a little bit more older now, a little bit more adult, a little bit more in an authoritative power, and sometimes, well, not me, but sometimes what can happen to many people is we will lose that, you know, that young at heart feeling, that child at heart feeling. So Spirit's saying you and John need to get together and, you know, delve into that, you know, who were you when you were a little boy energy? Who were you when you were a teenager? You know, and also, don't be afraid to pull yourself out of being, you know, am I being immature here? Am I being caring and careful? Am I respecting my partner and doing what they would love for me to do and ask for me to do? Or am I being an immature, whiny baby? You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be an immature, whiny baby. There's no problem with that as an adult. But what are you doing with that energy? You see what I mean? What are you doing with that energy? You know, somebody needs the dishes done. Maybe one doesn't feel like doing it and the other does. Just, it takes 5 minutes, 15 minutes to get it taken care of. So get it out of your way. And I'm using dishes as an expression for everything overall. Like, try not to sweat the small stuff. Remember how you didn't sweat the small stuff as a kid? And keeping that inner child fed. As if it's a feral beast that will rear its ugly head if you don't. And let me see. There were a couple other cards. Where did they go? Okay. And then the love clarification cards. Fluttering heart. Fluttering heart. Your passion leads you to the love you desire. Attraction sparks pursuit, guiding your souls on a journey to their destined unions. And lightning strikes. Dismantle outdated ways of being to get a fresh new start. We just talked about that. Awakening jolt from the shock to epiphany. Embrace the upheaval as catalyst for renewal. So yeah, there have been some things that have happened, most likely, that were intense for you, that you both might be feeling, and Spirit is saying, let those be a reason, okay, to let it be a catalyst for renewal. Like, let those things help you embrace a new way of being and living, so that you're not so that you're not like, what the fuck just happened kind of energy. You know, you're not sitting there expecting the worst. You know that you can expect the best, because not only have you met each other deeply, you've met yourselves deeply. But the magnetic fate card here. It's as if the friendship, the connection you have, the relationship you have, has set you on a path of not only a journey of your soul, but to the destined unions you're supposed to have, not only with each other, but others. But yeah, embrace whatever might be intense and strange, and let it be something that you embark renewal on, refreshment on. Dismantle outdated ways of being to get a fresh new start. Magnetic fate, attraction sparks pursuit, guiding souls on a journey of a destined union. I think that you and him might spend some time seeing the world together. Maybe going places you never imagined you'd go, or exploring places you haven't explored yet in your relationship in this year to come. So remember, you can confide in each other in anything. You're safe to talk to each other about anything. And remember, you got the power. Okay, Meryl? That's you holding that world in your hand. So keep me updated. I'm here for you. I hope that helps. Tonight has been fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Oh, cool. I'm so glad you both listened to it together. I hope it helps. You know, you can't have be and do whatever you want. And that was the Emperor and the Hierophant. And you guys should read about those cards too, because the Emperor and the Hierophant are very, very important key factors in the tarot deck. And reminding you to focus on your spirituality as well as your finances and your authoritative power, and your choices that you make are going to be so important, because they're all about choices about having fun and enjoying your lives together, and not only with each other but others too. I'm so glad you loved it. I love doing the readings. I really do. I wish I wasn't so tired. I would stay a little bit longer. I can't believe I've been here for, God, how long? I've been here for 4 hours. 4 hours. We've done a 4-hour tour. Oh, Meryl, thank you so much. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming by. Thank you, Meryl, for coming by. I appreciate you. Thank you for your payment for the $5 reading. Thank you, Serpent of Chaos, for your payment tonight. It's very kind and generous of you. I hope that this helps. I hope your reading helps you. It's so funny. Someone's like, Jesus loves you. You're like, who cares? Lunar's like, me. Thanks everybody who came by and left silly messages. I think I Rebuke You, Satan was the funniest. Let's see. Somebody came in with Release Epstein Files. What a hoot. Tarot cards are bullshit. Well, so is your username. Show us your leftist toes. I don't even know what that means. My leftist toes. What? It's evil. Aaron Presley. Did the spirit box just say smack? Can I see my feet? It's none of your business. Can you see your dick? Let's see. Who else? Rita Jacobs, thanks so much for coming by. Julian Starr, I have no idea who Lillard is. Okay, Okay, I'm back. All right. Thank you, Meryl, for coming by. Thank you, Metal Rain, for coming by. Thank you, Molly, for coming by. Thank you, Serpent of Chaos, for your donations. Meryl, thank you for your donations. Thank you, Molly. Did I say thank you, Molly, for coming by? Metal Rain, thank you for your donations. Khalid, thank you so much for coming by and giving your donation tonight. It's very kind and generous of you all. I know there's a couple of other people, Yang, Victoria, a couple other people. I just can't remember all of you who you are. Danielle, thank you for your donation. And Wesley, I hope you win your football game. Brian, also thank you for your payment tonight. I appreciate it. Everybody, y'all be good to yourself with your thoughts. Remember, you are the beautiful creator of your reality. Not your mother, not your father, not your friends, not your president, not your administration, not your Lord Jesus Christ, Satan, whatever. You are the magic wand. And you can't have the end do whatever you want. Except for me, of course. So have a good night. Be safe. Kalanita. Music is sacred. And no prison will hold this movement down.